welcome back. This is LeijaLift. I'm Juan.
I'm Victor.
And this is the LeijaLift podcast where we lift. You can find us on the Instagrams on Juan LeijaLift _
and Victor Leija _
boom, boom, boom. And then you can find us on Elite Athlete, which actually that one should have been first. EliteAthlete.online/contact. And we're going to get to it. This is a coronavirus edition. If you are watching this is March 14th, 2020. If you find this video, we're still alive, probably, hopefully.
Yeah.
Don't freak out about Corona, but definitely take precautions like you probably should have been doing anyways in life, just in general.
Like washing your hands.
Like washing your hands. Hand sanitizer as needed. And then whenever you have time to wash your hands, wash your hands. Don't worry about the masks. I mean, maybe worry about people that are coughing. Be a little more cautious about that.
Or if you're the one coughing.
Then
maybe the mask would help.
Yeah. And that about sums things up.
Yeah.
Don't take all the toilet paper and don't take all the water.
And that's the episode for the day.
Be a good person. In general, really, it's good advice. Give compliments to people whenever you can. What else? Open the door for others and then wash your hands because you touched what is it?
The door handle.
A door handle, and call it doorknob. And if you go to the gym, wash your hands after you finish.
Or clean your equipment.
Exactly.
After you
Please clean your equipment.
Yeah.
While we're at it, re-rack your damn weights too.
Yeah.
I mean, that has nothing to do with being clean, but having gym etiquette.
Yeah.
And that's it for today.
Yeah. That's the episode.
Yeah. Coronavirus edition. Re-rack your weights. No. So you have more experience with it than I do. You have anything for the people?
With what, coronavirus?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing you didn't already say. Just, obviously working in a retail store, it's been crazy and people are freaking out. So, just be careful out there, really, more than anything. Just be careful.
And don't take more than you need, and don't sell it online. I hadn't gone to the store till today. It's ridiculous. There wasn't even milk. I couldn't even buy milk.
Yeah, I was bringing out Clorox and people were yanking my shirt before I couldn't even get 10 steps to get to the outlet to try to stock it out. Because people were yanking my shirt.
You're the one literally taking it out.
Yeah, that's my department. Like the Clorox and toilet paper and all. So that's my department. So it was literally just being like yanked and like they're pulling my cart to stop like all the products from moving and basically, like water's the same thing. I just dropped them like before I even got to the aisle because they wouldn't allow me to get to it, and I went
thirsty people. Thirsty people.
So it got a little crazy, for sure.
God dang! And then you polluting more. Now you buying all these water bottles, you're polluting more. Then we got off track.
Yeah.
So now we don't have any Spurs because of this.
Yeah, we don't
no
have Spurs because
Rudy
Gobert got it.
But they did win their last game. I think before versus the Mavs.
Is that when LaMarcus went crazy?
Yeah. Well, it was his first game back too.
Yeah, and he went off.
So he was off. He was off, and then he came back and he played one game.
Well, I guess that helps us with recovery.
Yeah.
However, I did see related to Spurs news that if the Spurs and DeMar DeRozan aren't able to reach a contract extension, then he's going to decline his player option and moving on out.
Yeah.
So, I hate to say it, but I kind of called it. And I don't think that they're going to give him the money that he wants or deserves.
Yeah.
Because we're a small market team, so we're just not in that business of giving massive contracts.
I'm surprised that he was open to the idea of negotiating, though.
I kind of am too, but maybe it's just the culture we have there, and he feels like it's a competitive team. I mean, given that we're technically supposed to be at the bottom of the totem pole right now with the team that we have, and we're at least competitive in almost every single game, and we're right behind the really good teams to make a playoff run. I mean, just imagine when they get their act together and they kind of build a chemistry, or we bring in different players in the offseason and they're able to do that
or
too.
get a good lottery draft pick.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty solid too.
So,
they haven't had that since Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we've been way too damn good.
Yeah, we've been way too good for a long time.
Yeah. But I think this is also related to it. They were talking about it and they think that this is the year that our playoff streak snaps.
A chance. I mean, they're only, 4 games behind, I think?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, they are playing better now. So
but there's like 5 teams that are within for that one spot.
Yeah, too. But we've beat almost all those teams, though.
Yeah, but they've also all beat us, I think.
Yeah, we're pretty even there.
We beat.
Besides, I think the Blazers. Blazers, I think they're the only ones that we beat more times.
We beat a team with Giannis one day, then we lose to a team that's sub 500 the next game.
It's just the way we do it.
It is what it is, boy. I mean, I think they have good talent, good prospects. They just really need to develop, I guess.
That's gonna be the biggest thing, is development. So I think we'll be set for a long run, but for right now, it looks like we might be in a little trouble.
Yeah. And maybe leadership too. I don't know.
I think DeJounte's starting to find a little bit of that.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like because he's starting to find his offense. That's for sure. He's finding his offense a little bit more now, and I'm hoping that
his
maybe
defense
he takes
has
that
always
step.
has been good.
Oh yeah, that's unquestionable.
Yeah.
Hopefully with Tim Duncan, kind of assistant coaching and coaching with him now, he'll give him that leadership role.
I just want Lonnie to find his defense. I don't know.
He's been playing better defensively. Yeah. I mean, he has potential to be amazing, but he's been playing better.
Well, what's his name? Showed off some pretty good defense. Keldon, I think.
Oh Johnson. Yeah, he did really, really good. I think against Luka.
Showed up.
He did play really well.
He did well.
So I think we're set for the long run if we keep everybody, but for the time being, we might be a little up and down.
We'll see. So going off of sorry that coronavirus rant threw me off in the beginning. I'm all thrown off by that corona because I literally walked into HEB. I was like,
I can't believe you've barely seen this. It's been like a week and a half now.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm not going crazy, so I'm not at HEB.
Yeah,
I'm living a normal life. I'm not even living my best. Well, I guess I'm living my best life, but I'm living my normal life. Literally going to the store whenever I need to go to the store, which is once a week approximately. I show up today, and everything's gone. Yeah. Other options, actually, this is probably a good segue to other options of what carry good fruits and vegetables and things that carry water. Watermelon.
That's good. Watermelon, it's like 80%, I think.
Yeah, I don't see people taking watermelon. 90%. Lettuce.
Actually, at this point, I think the produce is sold out.
Not
here. Well, I saw the ones in Houston. Houston was entirely like
Jesus.
They closed the store in Austin because they literally had zero product in the entire store. They closed the store. They just said we have
even the ones people didn't want.
Not even in that because whatever's left is torn.
Yeah. Watermelon, lettuce is another good option. Apples are a good option, I think. What else? Grapes, I would say, are probably a good option.
Most vegetables. I mean, fruits.
Yeah, strawberries. I don't see that gone. I got plenty of strawberries today.
I like grapes. Grapes fill me up a lot.
Yeah. All those things have water if you're really looking for water. If you're really that thirsty.
Stick a straw in there and...
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm sure melon has a good amount of water in it. I didn't do any research, by the way, but trust me, there's plenty of water in those. Yeah. We have plenty of water. Cucumbers. I think cucumbers are pretty good with water. Yeah. So all those are options if you're looking for water, if you're dying of thirst, if you're that thirsty out there. Instead of polluting by getting all the plastic water bottles and speeding up the pollution process.
Or go to the water mill, fill up to 5 gallon.
Actually, that's actually literally what I do. I have one. Yeah, I have a 5 gallon. That's how I drink my water, actually. I have my water bottle. I have my 5 gallon. It probably takes me a week to run through it.
What a time for Brita filters, right?
Brita filters too, yeah. Do that. Boil water. If all else fails, you can boil water.
Too.
Yeah. All these are options for you if you're looking for solutions for your
apocalyptic needs.
Yeah, apocalyptic needs. And then the other thing, I saw all the peanut butter gone except for like the expensive one. I'm like, if you really need peanut butter, you're literally gonna try to get it all.
You're gonna.
And then they're like, "Nah, it's so expensive. Yeah. I'm not that hungry. I don't need all that peanut butter.
I don't care about living that much."
Yeah. And then the almond butter was there too. They were like, "No, we like peanut butter, not almond butter."
We don't like the fake stuff.
Yeah.
We don't like the fake natties.
And then speaking of going from food, going into macros. You've had plenty of questions recently on macronutrients. Is that correct?
Yeah, and basically on if it fits your macros.
We should just call it the macro channel because we're always talking about macronutrients. Yeah,
which is really it's going to be the most important thing. And I've gotten some questions and people will say, so if you're telling me if it fits my macros and if I just want to eat 3 or 4 slices of pizza a day and leave it at that, is that going to be sufficient for me to make progress? Technically speaking, yes. but that's also not really what I would recommend, nor would I say is the best idea, because while you, in a sense, would make progression, there's also micronutrients which come into effect, like vitamins, minerals, and so forth. And also the types of food that you may be intaking will also kind of determine a lot of, I guess, body factors. So if you're just going to eat pizza, you might look a little thicker than you would want to if you're eating fruits and vegetables. While yes, you may be intaking the same macronutrients, the overall of what you might be ingesting or be not able, or indigestion really would be more the route that I would say is going to be a little bit different. So yes, you can make progress, but if it's going to be a daily thing, I wouldn't recommend you just to say I'm just going to eat 4 slices of pizza and that's it for the entire day. I'll eat one every meal, and that's not the recommendation that I would go with. Certainly take into consideration vitamins and minerals, but usually, like I've mentioned before, with a pretty diverse diet, you're pretty well off with eating X amount of meals, whatever you prefer, 2 to 4 meals a day, whatever it is that you enjoy. But yeah, don't just indulge in foods every single day because it quote unquote fits your macros. So don't just indulge in pizza. You can have basic rule of thumb would be 85% to healthful sources, and then the other 50% a day is what I would say you can have fun with, go at it if you will, but don't make your entire macronutrient intake based on less nutritious food choices.
Yeah, speaking of nutritious foods, all these fruits that we mentioned for the coronavirus that have water also have good micronutrients.
Exactly.
So instead of buying water, you can buy those and get some micronutrients along with it. You can
outrun people for supplies later. You can be lighter on your feet.
Yeah.
What goes around, you survive.
All the microprocesses at the cellular level that are required for the cell to work and function. You're gonna get great benefits from eating fruits through that.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I would say. Healthful sources 85%, the other 15% have at it, if you will. But keep track of it. Hold yourself responsible. Regardless of whatever apocalypse is happening. That's really what I have.
Yeah. So, because the example of pizza, it really provides a lot of your macronutrients, but probably. I don't know. I don't even know how much.
Terrible ratios, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, terrible ratios, but then I don't even know what the micronutrients look like
Not very good.
that.
You might get iron out of just pepperoni, and that's about it. But then you might also get constipated. You might get a lot of other things.
Yeah, so, but then even at that, it's like,
if you're lucky, you get a couple here and there. But the amount of sodium that you're intaking, that itself is already, and at the ratio you're getting it in, it's probably not. Definitely not. I know it's not going to be the best ratio.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No, that's my macro for the week.
All right. Yeah, and then I guess going into the physical aspect of things, don't forget to strengthen your lower back or your back in general. Lats aren't the only back muscle that you have, or traps. You have muscles called erectors that run up and down the back from the back of the neck to your low back into your butt area. So don't forget to strengthen those, and there are plenty of ways to strengthen those. Some examples would be like Superman's would be a great way to isometrically contract them. Doing like the reverse curls would be a good way to activate them. Jefferson curls, I don't know if you've seen those, but it's literally like a stiff-legged deadlift, but you're like segmentally flexing up, so you're literally bending yourself the whole way.
No, I have not.
What else? And then if you want to get really just functional with it, overhead squats are going to activate them. Front squats, you're going to activate them. Squats, you're going to activate them, which are really good exercises for just strengthening in general. But if you want to isolate them, go focus more on those muscles. You go with the first ones that I mentioned. Bird dogs would help with that, which is another basic exercise to help with that. And then you get a little bit more global with it and go into squats and overhead squats, deadlifts, you name it will help it But don't forget those back muscles that run up and down all the way in your back, because those are very important for protecting your core. Don't forget that they're part of your core. Your abs aren't the only core muscles that you have, and the lats and the traps aren't the only back muscles that you have. Believe that. Yeah. I just thought I'd do a little public service announcement. Yeah, so you can find us on eliteathlete.online. Ask us questions. We'll bring them up. You can find us on LeijaLift _ on Instagram.
And Victor Leija _ You're under LeijaLift or Juan?
What did I say?
LeijaLift.
Oh, Juan LeijaLift. Yeah, right. Juan LeijaLift _
Yeah.
Correction. See, I got me all messed up. Yeah,
Just look for both, just in case you might have changed it. You don't know. Maybe.
That's it for this week. Esto por hoy. Dale.